Hi guys, this is Miss Kat from Leach Public Library, and today we're going to be doing spinners. So spinners are these little fun things that kind of spin with lots of colors. So I haven't really done mine yet. I started doing one on the back, which you can see, but at the end we'll do this again and I'll show you guys how to use them and how they look when they're spinning, which is really cool. But we have three different kinds. We have a polka dot kind, we have a star kind, I really like the stars, and we have a stripey one. And today I got a lot of facts from these two books that we have here. We have Curious George Discovers the Rainbow, and we have an art lab book, and both of these were super helpful with today's craft. So you can use whatever you want to use. I found that markers and crayons worked best, but you can definitely try colored pencils. You just might have to push a little harder. So today I'm going to use markers. So I'm going to start out with purple, but you guys can use whatever colors you want, and you don't have to feel like you have to color anything in the lines. It doesn't have to be neat. The one I started on the back was very not neat, so it can be definitely whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, I learned some really cool art facts today when I was looking through these books and doing this project. One of the coolest things was learning what to do with different paints. So there are some interesting techniques. You can pretty much use anything to make a pattern with paint. But one of the craziest ones I saw was plastic wrap. You can put a lot of paint down on something and then take a nice big sheet of plastic wrap and put it on, and if you press it in really hard, it'll make some really cool colors and textures, and it will kind of, it's a random way of painting, but it's very cool. So that was something that I learned that I really want to try when I get home. I also learned some really cool things about rainbows from the Curious George book. I learned what makes a rainbow. So when it rains and there's a lot of water everywhere and maybe hanging in the air, raindrops actually become kind of a prism, which makes a rainbow. So the light goes in and it goes in at an angle, and then it comes out at a different angle, which makes different colors. All right, I'm gonna switch up my colors now and do orange. And you guys definitely don't have to do the sides the same color. Nothing has to match. This side definitely is not gonna match this side. So whatever you wanna do is totally fine. And if you get one color and a different color, it's fine too. I'm gonna make a lot of different colored polka dots. I'm gonna add some pink. I hope you guys are making them really fun and really colorful, because today the theme is color. So I learned some other really cool ways to make art as well. So the painting trick, that's something that can be a little messy because paints are really wet, but something that's not as messy is if you take a piece of paper, you take some charcoal and you put the charcoal all over the paper, or as much as you want, you know, again, it's whatever you like to do, and then you use an eraser as kind of a stencil to draw on it. So you could do like a star or a heart or, you know, something more detailed, and it will come out really cool looking. So it'll be kind of the opposite of a regular drawing where you might use on a white background lots of colors, or you know, a graphite pencil or charcoal or whatever. But in this case, you're using kind of white on black, which is cool. Alright, so I'm almost done with mine, and you guys don't have to follow at the pace of this video. You can take your time. If you guys finish with me, that's totally fine. If you want to take a little longer, that's also okay. we're making art, everybody goes at their own pace. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do, get on some red. I've got all my spots in. There we go. And I think I'm gonna add a little brown. And I know a lot of people don't think of brown and black as like fun colors to use, but I think they're nice because they're earth colors. So earth colors are kind of anything that you find in nature. And you know, there are a lot of really bright colors in nature, but mainly when you think of natural colors, you're thinking about greens, and you're thinking about blues, and you're thinking about browns. Some of the more rainbow colors are more bright and vivid, but earth tones are what they call muted, which just means that they're kind of darker, but they're just as pretty in their own way. All right, so I am just about done. I'm gonna show you guys how to use these. So I'm gonna face this out towards you, but what you wanna do is you wanna kind of make sure the spinner's in the middle of the strings. That way it'll get a good spin. And you're gonna use 2 fingers, your index finger and your thumb, and you're gonna kind of pinch it right here at the ends. And don't hold it too tight, because if you hold it too tight, it won't spin. What you want is for the strings to cross. So, you could do it like this, and we're gonna make sure it has a little kind of sag in it, and then we're gonna spin it. Here we go. And then we pull it tight, and there it spins. All right, and I'm gonna do it once more from this side, so you guys can see how I did. There we go, so it looks really cool. So even if you guys have patches of white, like mine has a lot of white in it, it's not fully colorful, which is totally okay. But if you guys have some patchiness, it's not really gonna show up when you're using it. It's still gonna look just as cool, because the colors kind of blend together like that. All right. So again, we have a lot of different designs at the library. We have the stripes, we have the stars, and we have the polka dots, which I really liked. But if you guys want to have your parents call and get some art books, you guys can learn some really cool facts like I did today. And you can also ask for some spinners, and we only have them for, you know, as long as we have the supply. So it's while supplies last. So have your parents give us a call, and you know, if you want to get some books along with your spinners, feel free. Our number is 432-1132. All right, guys, bye. I hope you had fun.